All right. Is it on? It is. It looks so backwards on StreamYard. Not StreamYard, YouTube. Let's see. Testing. I don't ever use YouTube to live stream. No, I'm up. I don't sleep at night. Good morning to you. Hello, Carla. Me too, Gene. Good morning, Carla. Second Carla. Carla with a C and Carla with a K. Well, thank you, Super Queen Bee. It's 2:19 in Texas. It's 3:17 in Pittsburgh. I don't sleep during the nighttime. I sleep during the daytime. Usually. Not much, Helen. What you doing? Hanging out with us, I guess. Well, I'm testing something, number one, and I do have a couple reads or two to do, but, you know, then again, we'll just hang out, at least for right now. Why not? Yeah. My circadian rhythm, as they call it, is just goes in the other way. Hi, Sharon. I like to sleep during the daytime. 5:17 p.m. in Australia. Y'all getting ready for the nighttime. I think we were, I was testing the chat feature. I didn't know I could do that. I mean, I don't really want to do that, but I was testing it to see if it worked. You can only chat if you're subscribed. Not if you're a member of the channel, but only if you subscribed to the channel at least 5 days or longer. That helps those out there who have a huge problem with trolls. We don't, so this is not a feature that I'm going to use in the future. I just wanted to see how it worked. And so I'm testing it. Because, I mean, you don't have to subscribe to watch, and you shouldn't have to subscribe to chat either. So I just testing it out for right now. Like if we had a huge troll problem, then this is the way to fix it. Is you can limit the people who chat. But at the same token, I don't actually like that. So Finland. I always wanted to go there too. But it's also, I will say this, it's also one of those things where you see foreign places and then you romanticize them. And so I don't know how it really is in Australia. I just know I wanted to go. I don't know how it is in Finland. I just know I want to go. I don't know how it is in Canada. I just know I want to go. That type of deal. Let me burn some things. Hi, Debbie. To ban, how do you say that? Banff? Banff? How do you say that? Mitzi Master, how do you say that? Go out. Here I am. Bahanf. Ba-N-F. Bahanf. Okay. $12.20 in Phoenix. I used to live there. Hi, Marie. By an F. That's what I said. Isn't it what I said? September. Can you believe? Yeah, I'm here with you, Julie. September the 2nd. September the 2nd. Like, where's all the everything? Like, where's everything? Where's the Junes and Julys and the, it's all gone. Now, one thing I will say, outside is behaving like fall, and I am here for it. Thank you, Cody. But we are not doing personal readings. I'm sorry. And I can't send you your money back, so maybe that's something you can do with YouTube, because once you give, because you give it to them before they give it to me, so maybe there's some way you could stop it. But we aren't doing personal readings. We're going to roll in the dirt of politics for the moment. Thank you, Mitzi. Is he being investigated for the missing money? Well, that is him and DeSantis. So we can look and see. I'll say will he instead of is he, because I don't think they are right now. Will Abbott and Costello, will Abbott be investigated? Because you take money for housing and COVID and then do nothing about either. Well, we have Justice first card. Okay. Well, if I can figure out how to turn that off. I was just testing that, so let me see if I can. I can edit. Can I edit customization? I'll fool with that in a minute. Wait. 7 of Wands, Justice. So defending against justice. So that spells good. That spells good so far. We're defending and justice. So there would be no need to defeat or no need to defend if justice wasn't doing something to you. So 7 of Swords, there's something sneaky. The Sun. The Ace of Wands. So there's an action that he took that, of course, is sneaky. Do I know the totals? Yes and no. Because I actually was just talking to Jen not too long ago, maybe like an hour ago or 20 minutes ago, whatever it was. It was up to 4,800, I believe, or something like that. I can actually look and find out. And then the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is lawyers, and there's the Sun. So I'm going to go with yes. There will be some sort of lawsuit or investigation. I won't call it investigation because I don't get a hermit or I don't get a King of Wands or somebody that's there's the devil there. I don't get somebody looking into something immediately. What I get is somebody suing. So that's where we are with Abbott, at least. All right, turn that down. We are $5,600 for Feeding America. 5,600. Yay. So yeah, for Abbott, I get there's a lawsuit. Which means there's a reason to sue, which means you didn't do the right thing. So the Satan. Oh, let's see. Okay. And Satan. Ace of Cups. There's people, there's some emotions. Strength. There's a lot of emotion. A lot of emotion. Like a lot. Ace of Cups is already a lot, and then there's the strength. So this is like anger. But anger is a bad word to describe it because it's not unjustified. You should be able to type now, Cody. Try it now. It's not unjustified, so I don't want to call it anger. It's more of a frustration, and we can call it anger because anger is not a bad word. It's more of a frustration. It's built up, though. Like this is, I can't believe we are in this state. I can't believe we are not the state as in the state, but we're in this place. We're in this position. There's a lot of, 10 of coins. The Empress, 9 of coins. So we are talking big money behind this. So what is about to start happening is money is going to start possibly leaving or causing a problem. Big money, like they did in Georgia, like Coca-Cola and all these people are going to start being pressured to do something about the attitude in Florida. 3 of Cups. So watch for that. There's about to be an effort to get companies to start pushing back on DeSantis and his regime. I think, wait a minute, didn't Disney World, have some sort of new policy change too? Like you have to wear a mask if you're going to come in here, even though the Satan wants you not to, and so forth and so forth. There's going to be company pressure. The 9 of Pentacles is personal money. This is big time money too. And then you have the 10 of Pentacles. This is companies. So companies and big money, donors and things like that. It is going to be pressure. Now, mind you, the pressure, again, with that Ace of Cups, starts in the community. Pressure people who are, these big companies. Pressure the Winn-Dixies, even though they're not going to do nothing about it. But pressure, Publix was the one. Pressure these people to say, hey, Don't do a concert here. Don't do a movie shoot here. Don't do a whatever here because of DeSantis, and he's proactively hurting children and so forth. And, if you apply the pressure that way, then you can move something into action. Knight of Wands. Five of Swords. There's the bully card. The advantage. Seven of Wands. Conflict, competition, higher ground. And the Hermit. So the question was, will he be investigated or sued? Investigation, yes, but this comes way down the line. Right now we're talking money. So again. So there you go. Now, will Trump stories begin to die down? Lord have mercy. Because the media covers him 94 hours a day, but let us see. Let us see. Will Trump stories begin to die down? 10 of Pentacles. That's no, because the family's going to be involved too. The Empress. They're about to start new stories. Yeah, that's right, Debbie. I mean, he still gets the clicks and scrolls. So, 10 of Pentacles and the Empress means, again, that it's about to just start. This is something super truthful. Why are you not a moderator? Weren't you a moderator before? What happened there? There. Quit quitting the job. That's just about to start. There's going to be some brand new ones with the Empress. Brand new stories that involve the family, that involve the family money, that involve the family trust in the Trump org. So, well, you are now. The Trump org. There's going to be some new stories. Okay, so the answer is already no. It's not going to die down. Page of Coins, 7 of Coins. There's a lot invested in him, so no. 6 of Coins. Yeah, we don't need to go no further. It's going to build, and it's going to be financial in nature. The kids are going to be wrapped up, so you're going to hear more about them. So there you go. It's going to be a lot more of that. Because why wouldn't there be? I mean, I get the Trump exhaustion. I really, really, really do, as a person who read on him for 2 whole years. So I do get it. At the same time, he's kind of a big deal because he was president. And at the same time, he was tormenting the hell out of everything and everybody. So there you go. So Trump is trying to block the capital cases. How will that go? Let's see then. How will that go? Hi, House of Lenormand. How will it go, him trying to stop the Capitol investigation? Why would you want to stop that? Why on earth would you want to stop that? Why? Oh, why? The Seven of Swords. That's why. Trying to stop the Capitol case, trying to sneak away with something. The Lovers, trying to save some people. There's, yeah. Four of Pentacles. 10 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. There are people very, 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 very close to Donald Trump that he is trying to shield. People who either said they were going to do something for them, so he's trying to do something for them or trying to repay them. People of like mind. So these are people who were trying to overthrow like he was. So people of like mind, like I said. 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, he's trying to hold something very close that's leaking out, that's getting away, that is going to be pushed out or basically drug out. 10 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. These are people that were very close to him and on his side. So they are in the line of fire, therefore he is trying to protect them. So he is trying to stop the case. So yeah, so there are some people in his inner circle. There's the King of Swords, 3 of Wands, the Moon, Page of Cups. Who are these people? Can you tell me? Can you tell me who these people are? It's for Trump. 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. One of these people raises money for his causes, but they're out front. You know who they are. This is not a secret. Somebody who's a fundraiser. King of Wands, 4 of Cups, and the Temperance. There's a man here who worked side by side with him. 4 of Cups, they took orders though. Somebody else who was in charge of something legal, possibly overseeing death. So maybe they were in his administration, even. Either in a military role or a legal role, as in like death penalty, or carrying out death orders as in military. I'm going to go military. 6 of Cups. This is more of a follow order. So this is a military person. Not that they were in his military, but they're a military person in his administration. Knight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, the World. This is a person who would travel with him everywhere. Part of his administration, though, like his cabinet. It's two of them, but they're like brothers. But they would travel. He has a brother and a brother-in-law, but they're related. They're not his sons, though. Whoever those two people are, then that's it. We'll see. What else? Hey, Michael. Well, this one actually already happened, so we'll ask that. Okay, there's no question here. I just want to, I don't know. I'm going to do the reading in two-way, but I don't really know what the question is. I'm going to pull some cards and let that be the reason for the season. The AG in South Dakota, I forget his name. I had it written down many times, but I kept leaving the reading off. Hi, Selma. But he killed somebody because he ran them over one day, one night, whatever it was, early in the morning, something like that. He said he thought he hit a deer, and naturally it was not. It was a person. So they didn't charge him with involuntary manslaughter because he wasn't drunk. They just gave him a $500 fine, but removed the reckless driving charge. Hi, Susan. They charged him with something else, whatever it was. He serves no jail time, and he gets a $500 fine. Ravensbourg, thank you. That disturbed me. Like it did. It still does. I don't even know what the question is. The victim's family, of course, is beyond upset. But anyway, what's this? I'm just going to pull cards and see what they say. I don't understand how this happened. I don't. I mean, I understand, but that's well, I don't understand. From my emotions, I believe I understand, because there's something to me just unjust and unfair about it. Yes, here I am, Jen. But how did this happen? What's King of Cups, Six of Pentacles. So I won't assume, but he's the AG or the acting or whatever. He's the AG of South Dakota. And like I said, on Sunday, there's a bit of a chain that runs where the judges, don't go too harsh on other legal people. And then there's the lawyers who look out for the cops because they need each other and that type of thing. No, Cody, this is from South Dakota. 7 of Wands, defense, the Tower, Queen of Wands, and this was a fix from the beginning. 3 of Swords in the end. So you would think, okay, the Tower is going to be some sort of ending, destruction, brought down, bring down, tear down, whatever down. But no, there's an ending to his ending. So it's like you were destined for bad things on your way to jail and all that stuff because you killed somebody. But no, not really. 10 of Swords, there's an ending to this. There will be no Tower. There will be no bringing down of the Ravensbourg. This is a fix. The whole process, everybody involved. Even if the victim was the most suicidal person that has ever existed, you still ran them over. That drives me insane. I just can't do it. I just can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. Oh, it's right next to me. So anyway. GOP wants Biden to resign. Of course he's not. So what's going to be the next thing? Okay, so let's see. So since he's not, what's next? Well, it is almost 3 a.m, Jim. I will, Michael. I have. So, what's next? He had on a tan suit too, didn't he? Uh-oh. What's this? High Priestess. Agenda of some sort. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. There's okay. Sleeping is overrated, right? Yes, Cody, you can. I do have a list though, so we'll see if I can throw it in there or not. I have like an hour and a half. We got some time. Because believe it or not, I do have something to do this morning, and it's not sleep. It looks light outside, but I know it's too early for that. It's probably, I don't know what that is. Page of Pentacles and Judgment. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, Judgment, Empress, Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, there's something about power. Abuse of power is number one. There might be an executive order coming pretty soon on something. But there is something about children and births with the Empress. But there's something about children that is coming back. So again, I'm going to still go with this. The vaccine, something is the children and blah, blah, blah. There's going to be a pushback because you can't tell me what to do, whatever. That's fine, whatever. But there's also something about births. 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. There is, that's where that executive thing, there's something very, 8 of Swords too. There's something very tight knit. Like this is not, we didn't work on this together. You worked on this by yourself type thing, if you get what I'm saying. So executive order. So it's something that he did with a small group of people. There is also something about housing. So maybe that might be an executive order. I don't know. But there's something about housing, a new action around housing too. There's also something about maybe stimulus payments or some sort of relief for taxes or relief, financial relief of some sort too. It's for personal. So we might be talking more stimulus or more food stamps or something of that nature, which I know they did do that too. But that might be another thing. Yeah, I'm going to go with that, with the food stamp, because my food card is right next to it. Air travel might be restricted, so for somewhere or to and from somewhere. And the only way you can get there is by sea. So we may have a specific place you can't come from. Good night, Linda. So that's what's next. What else? Okay. Ugh. I'm going to do this reading because I was interested. So her daughter, I forgot her name, but we can leave her name out because she's 15. Kimberly Irway is suing the TSA because, why do I keep changing decks? She is suing the TSA for, I don't know, I don't think the amount was named, but she's suing the TSA because the TSA took her, or tried to force her 15-year-old daughter, who is transgender daughter, to do a strip search, or to strip out of her clothing to, I guess, match her identity to her name or whatever. So the 15-year-old, of course, is traumatized by this and had a panic attack, anxiety attack. And so the mother, of course, naturally is suing the hell out of the TSA. The TSA was telling the child, you can't leave, we can force you to stay here, and all this type of stuff, according to the mother anyway. And so what's going to happen there? Because from what the story said, you know, the big giant scanner that you go in, the big giant one that's supposed to scan your whole body and all this type of stuff. Well, of course, the anatomy of the 15-year-old has not changed. So they are saying, of course, this is my daughter. And then you go through this machine, and where are the lights? You go through this machine, and I can't turn it on because there's a box, and this box is in the way. All of the gifts and goodies that I have to take to the UPS stores. So anyhow, what's going to happen? Yes, I mean, you traumatized the crap out of that kid. Six of Swords, painful, rough transition, very rough transition, but there is still a transition. The High Priestess, this is going to be behind closed doors, so probably arbitration, but there is a transition. The Tower and the Three of Swords. There's something very painful that's going to come out of this too. Four of Wands and the King of Wands. There might be an internal investigation, which I don't know, those probably amount to a hill of beans sometimes. 10 of Pentacles, the Empress. There will be a payment, but I mean, this is, the mother is still, I mean, as she should be, is still on the war path. Like, yes, give me some money because you need to pay me because I'm suing you. But at the same time, you need to reform this because that's horrible to put a child through, to put anybody through that, but to put this child through that, who's already having a rough time being transgender, number one, and number two is now sort of being picked on by the adults in the room. So yeah, there's going to be a rough transition, but it's going to be behind closed doors. High Priestess, Six of Swords. But something painful is coming out of this with the Tower, Three of Swords. Lord Jesus. I mean, Bad transition, but let's go to another traumatized child, Megan McCain. Megan McCain's future. Okay. Well, let's see. If we must. And these were all questions put in the community tab. They were all left over from Sunday. There's 26 questions on here. So just so y'all know, we do write them down. There's just a lot to get through, and we only got 2 hours. Well, we only spend 2 hours. And so it can be challenging to try to get them all, because we usually do 10. So, so we have a lot left over. But let's see. Megan McCain. My father, my father, my father. Yeah. The person who said for TS Entertainment. We had never mind. Megan McCain. Apparently everybody was kung fu fighting because they were so happy that she's not coming back to the store. The person who says she didn't want to talk about identity politics, Megan McCain. The person who literally has a job anywhere because of identity politics. On to skip a few. 99, 100. 10 of Cups. Okay. Queen of Wands. So practicing. Focusing on the family. 3 of Swords. There might be a bit of separation. 4 of Swords. You may have to. Hi, Diane. You may have to. You may have to spend a little while longer on the unemployed list. Now, mind you, she's got something. It's just coming in time with the Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune. This is the time you actually need to spend on your family, because you do have a growing baby and you've got a husband that's a bit shady too. And you have a father-in-law who's a bit shady. So you might just want to, open the prayer circle. 2 of Cups. Oh, there's some suffering in your relationships. So yeah, you need to focus in on family a little bit more. This is not necessarily like divorce and all that type of stuff. It's not that kind of high drama, but it's High Priestess, 7 of Cups. Yeah, you need to focus on the family. It started with family and it ends with 7 of Cups. So you need to focus on the family. At the core is your relationships, people who you claim or would claim as family, like, really, really close friends and that type of thing. Now is the time to reconnect. Now is the time also that you may want to rehabilitate your image. Also, screeching and fighting with Joy Behar did not do anything good for you. So maybe, people back in the day liked you because you're a Republican that was pro-gay marriage. And so you thought, people thought that you were one of the smart ones. And then you got on TV, and then there's a whole nother thing after that. And there's a whole nother thing after that. So, at least you're not a bigot. So that they can say. But I don't see any career things, but I'm pretty sure Fox News or snatch her right back up or something, whatever the case might be. Anyhow, scratch her off. Karen Rajanik. Or Rajaniak. Rajanisic. I want to do we did a reading on her already. I'm going to do another one. This is the heifer that said, no free meals for kids because it spoils people. I should have got my dice to see what kind of person she was. And I don't have them. Wait. I got them now. too many things in here right now. Okay. So whatever this heifer's name is, pardon the noise. So in her root is the root. That's fine. She has a strong sense of family, has a strong sense of self. Security is not all the way there, but she's basic with the crown, not the crown, but with the third eye and then the root and the root. She has a good vision of what she wants her family to be. What's her one? Now, mind you, let me say this just for the record. Parents usually have this. Parents usually know what they want their children to be. My father wanted me to be a football player, and yet here I am. So it's always, now mind you, back in the day, if you were fat, you were supposed to be a football player, so I should be offended, but I'm not. So it's kind of like that. They have a vision of what they want their family to be. And then life sets in, and then they realize, oh, I'm not raising robots. These are people. They're going to do what they want to do. But in her sacral, again, strong sense of family, strong sense of self and security. That's what she desires. She desires a strong family, and she speaks very highly about her family with the throat. So she speaks very highly. This is her desire. This is her want. She wants a big, strong family. So this is kind of why she is so pull yourself up by your bootstraps type of thing. Now, here's the problem I have already. You cannot be pro-life if you think starving children is a thing that should happen. Call yourself pro-birth, and then I don't give a crap about the rest. Say that. Like, I'm okay with you saying that because at least you're saying the truth, and I know to avoid you. But say that. Say, I don't really care about your children once they're here. I just want you to have them. And then you need to take care of them on your own. But then once you can't take care of them, then I'm going to call CPS, and CPS is going to pick up your kids. And then your kids are going to go to a foster home if they're lucky, and then be in a broken home or whatever the case may be. And then they're never going to know their parents because I'm going to lock you up for child neglect. And then you're going to have a record. And then you're never going to rebound, and you're never going to get them back. They're going to be 18 and then hate you and then hate the system. And then they're going to probably be a juvenile delinquent, all because you didn't want to feed them at school. In her solar plexus, yes, the things that she desires, strong family, that's all she cares about. That's what she wants. She wants her unit to be taken care of. She doesn't care about nobody else. And within her solar plexus, there is no spirituality. Spirituality is at a 2, which means your actions have no spirituality to them, which, I mean, we can see that. Blind dog in the dark can see this. So it's your actions have no spirituality. You only care about yourself. And here's the thing about that too. Okay, fine. Watch out for yourself. Watch out for your family. Okay. But I'm going to guarantee you, there's a few things in life you can guarantee, but I'll go out on a limb to guarantee you this. There's going to come a time when you're going to need something that can't nobody in your family do nothing about. You're going to need somebody from the outside. I guarantee you. You watch and see. Heart. That should be fun. Yeah, she speaks her feelings. Because mind you, she wasn't the only one who said it. She was just the one who said it out loud. And then you have no vision of how people see you. How people see you doesn't penetrate how you see yourself. Throat. Very passionate. You got both heart chakras there. Very passionate. But you're, I don't know if you're right-wingish, but it doesn't really matter. You're one of these people who care about the birth and not the person. Third eye. You see what you want, and you this bothers me. So in these dice, the left hand is the outside, the right hand is the inside. So outside world, inside world. Inside, she believes she's following her spirituality. If a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat. I feel a rant coming on. I'm so trying not to go there right now, but first of all, let me say this. Like it, love it, hate it, or leave it. Jesus was a socialist. That's number one. You don't have to like it for it to be true. A little boy walking down the street with a fish and a loaf of bread. He said, "Come here. We're going to feed everybody." Fed 5,000 people with a fish and a loaf of bread. Now, the message, the moral of the story is you can give to those who do not have, and you will still have too. God will take care of you, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. Because no, I mean, hell, I wasn't there. I don't know if he literally pulled 5,000 fish out of a bucket. It doesn't really matter. The moral of the story is the top can give and still be at the top, because he walked away with more fish than he had the first time. Because just because the people down here are hungry does not mean that they're going to overthrow and take everything and they're the takers and all this type of stuff. There is no spirituality whatsoever. And if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat. What that means is teach a person how to do something. That way he can feed himself. That is what that means. That does not mean that if you can't get ahead, then you should starve. That has never meant that, and it will never mean that. No matter how many times you want to flip the page and white out this and write over that, that is never going to mean that. Ever. Not only that, there is no spirituality in starving children. This child is not supposed to work. They're at school. That's work enough. They're 8 hours somewhere. You send them to school from 7 to 3, but you don't want to feed them anything. Their parents are supposed to do it. Okay, fine. Then let's see if they're lucky enough to have 2 parents in a household that make more than $8 an hour. You give them food stamps, you give them $50. What is $50 going to buy if you got 3, 4 kids at the house? Remember, you wanted them to have the kids, so now they do. If you didn't want them to feed them, then tell them have them and then go drop them off at the PetSmart and see if somebody will pick them up. No, you wanted to have them. So since they have them, then you need to help them feed them. Don't add nothing to my life you can't help me take care of. So when you say if a man doesn't work, he doesn't eat, what is the child supposed to do? Starve? You send them to school. And they tell you over and over again, because mind you, the National Dairy Association, all the people, they put out the food chart where you're supposed to eat this, 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 and this. And they put also as a little disclaimer, if you send a child to school hungry, their attention span goes down. Now they can't pay attention. Now they got bad grades. Now they become a bad student. Tell me where in the Bible it says, let's starve the children, because that's a good thing to do. What you do to the least of these, you also do to me. That's what Christ said. There's your spirituality. Your spirituality is defunct. You should be ashamed, and you're not ashamed, and that's a shame. How you can send to school a child with nothing to eat, I don't know. Crown. There is no God in the crown. All it wants is actions and desires. Very strong. I want what I want. There is no spirituality. You're a horrible person, lady. And I hope your skin melts in the hot sun, because you don't deserve life, because you don't care about nobody else's. A child. Grown people, okay, fine. They know how to network and find a shelter somewhere and this, that, and the other, whatever. But a child, for goodness sake. Now, mind you, let's keep this in mind too. You want them to birth the child. And if they don't feed the child, you arrest them for child neglect. Then you put them in the system. Now everybody gets to pay to feed them when everybody could have paid to feed them in the first place. You don't want them to have food stamps, but you want them to have a kid they can't afford. Logic. What is it good for? Absolutely everything. You should try it. Right, cow, you are. Okay. You're going to need somebody one day, ma'am, let me tell you. I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of spoon was in your mouth the moment you was born. You're going to need somebody one day. Even if it ain't nothing big, you're going to need somebody one day. Jessica Wallace. Okay. I wanted to change this reading because I don't want to be so specific, because I don't want to be disrespectful. I mean, not that I owe them anything, but okay, this is what I wanted to do. I mean, me too, Becca. These people like this better be glad I do not rule the world. I'd probably rule it for 10 minutes because somebody would overthrow me, because I'd just be doing all kinds of bad stuff, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, what's this child name? Jessica Wallace. Her husband's name was Caleb. He was the founder of the San Angelo Freedom Defenders, fighting against the COVID-19 tyranny. Caleb Wallace. San Angelo Freedom Defenders, who is now dead from COVID-19. I know, Bonnie, it ain't. He is now dead from COVID-19. She had a GoFundMe, and because she couldn't afford to, funerals cost a lot of money. So she couldn't afford to bury him because he was the breadwinner. And so, unfortunately, he has passed away. What I want to know is, will the San Angelo Freedom Defenders reform? Will they stop their fight against the COVID-19 tyranny, or will it continue? Because what they were first upset about was not vaccines, it was masks. And then vaccines. Because vaccines are not mandatory, but the masks were. So That's what they were fighting against initially, was the mask. Now, mind you, if you went into a room where your wife was giving birth, sometimes they'll tell you to put a mask on. If you go into places that may have some sort of contagion, they would tell you to put a mask on or even a whole suit. You'd do it. Because you wouldn't think it's some democratic pressure. You would think, oh, this is the smart thing to do because there's a contagion in here. Take that logic and just apply it here. Put the mask on. I mean, that's the vaccine. You take the vaccine if you want. I don't care, whatever. The mask thing, though, should not be that big of an issue. Like, my God, they're not injecting you with mask. Just put it on your face, do what you got to do, and get on into what to get on. I mean, I can't. That just seems like, I mean, I get it because you don't want nobody to tell you what to do. Okay. I just yelled at a heifer in my comment section telling me what to do. I understand you don't like people telling you what to do. But if you were standing at the doorway of some building of sketchy nature and somebody came out of the building and says, you need to put this on, there's a contagion in here, you'd put it on, you wouldn't say, oh my God, you're pushing your ways on me. This is a conspiracy. You'd put the damn mask on and go. That just, I mean. So, San Angelo Freedom Defenders. And that's another thing. Ain't nobody trying to take your freedom from you. Here's something that, in case you missed it, Freedom Defenders, when Donald Trump was president, there was a protest. At the protest showed up a bunch of armed people that were not police officers nor military. They were mercenaries, hired police. There went your freedom. They didn't have masks on either. You didn't either because we need them at that time. Probably did, just didn't know, but didn't need them at that time. People showed up to disperse a crowd. Whether you were in it or not is immaterial. There was people in that crowd that were dispersed by people with guns who were not police officers and who were not military, and yet they had guns to disperse the crowd. There is your freedom, right down the toilet. Mind you, also, your government tracks you. Everything you do, everything you say, they probably know. So there's no need to chip you. You're tracked anyway. I was having this conversation about internet cookies with somebody too. It's like you go Walmart.com. Let me look at this pair of tennis shoes. Oh, I got a friend request on Facebook. Let me go over here. Guess what's on the side of your Facebook page? Tennis shoes. Where did they get that from? It followed you to Facebook, and then it's going to follow you to Instagram, and you're going to see tennis shoes, and it's going to follow you to NewYorkTimes.com, because in the middle of their page, they're going to run an ad while you're scrolling down for, guess what? Tennis shoes. You can't hide from coronavirus, but you can put your mask on. You can help yourself. Never mind nobody else. Look at it as a selfish thing. I don't want to breathe nothing you pushing out. Let me put it on my face. Because, mind you, let's keep this in mind too. The flu is still a thing. Common cold is still a thing. Pink eye, impetigo, all this stuff is still a thing. Put the mask on. You're protecting yourself from a whole lot more than just COVID. Maybe you don't want to breathe in exhaust and cigarette smoke. Maybe you don't want to breathe in dog flatulence. Whatever the case may be, put your mask on. Anyway, get to the. I digressed, viewers, in my Lena Rodriguez voice. San Angelo Freedom Defenders. Will they change their messaging? Two cards fell out. Eight of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Looks like a no, but let's keep going. Let's see. And I get it. You know, you don't trust. Hey, the government is sketchy. I get it. But do your own research then. I mean, something. I mean, when you look at TV and your cult leader is wearing a mask and got vaccinated, then that should tell you something. Seven of Cups and the Tower. Well, there may be some reforming because the confusion has now got a lightning bolt through it. Maybe this lightning bolt was Caleb, as there's one person falling from the tower. Oh, no, there's a second. The other one's on fire. maybe this is their revelation. Let's see. The Fool and the Ten of Cups. The Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, with the star in the environment. Some of them may have a complete change of heart. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, Star, like that erratic energy, that negative energy meets healing. It's not immediate, but it is something that's in their mind. It's something in the back of their mind. The more they hear this message, especially the person you knew that founded your little organization, has died of COVID-19. He was on a ventilator. And as they keep pushing down your throats, either you wear this mask or you wear this ventilator. So there might be some change of heart. Again, it's your body, it's your health. Do what you want to do. But I want you to keep that same energy when a woman tells you she wants to do something for her own body that you do not own, because this ain't 1343. Anyway, I keep changing decks, but that's all right. So that was, and he was 30 years old, by the way. 30. Will anyone, oh, this is messy. Will anyone in the White House, as in the staff, the cooks, the cleaners, write a tell-all book about 45's administration? Now he's got ultimate freedom. He can run around with Jesus all day, every day. Hopefully they let you impart some wisdom on your brethren. Go to them in their dreams. If you can find a way to do that. They need some wisdom. Will anybody write a tell-all? Freedom was never free. Keep that in mind too. Always costs something. In this case, put a mask on your face. And if you went, see, here's my thing too, and I'm going to belabor the point. This is the last thing I'm going to say about that. If you went to the doctor and he gave you an antibiotic, he gave you whatever kind of shot, you take it, because that's the doctor and he knows what's good for you because he's got your medical history, which is another reason why you do not get your medical advice from internet psychics and internet doctors. Go to somebody who knows your history. First thing I tell people when they ask me about their health, I am not a doctor. I need you to go see a doctor, an MD, medical doctor. Don't go to your dentist talking about, should I get the coronavirus? No. Anyway, tell-all book. Now, here's the thing, too. If they write the book, who's going to care? Because they don't have a national name. However, I will say this too. For the book readers out there, how many times does the title and the cover capture you and you want to read it no matter what? So that could be that too. The Lover's card. The Hermit card. There's some isolation of a little group that might be putting together something. Okay. Ace of Swords, information. Two of Cups, collaborations, cooperations, agreements. The Two of Cups is often used for romantic purposes in the tarot, but this is your more romantic card, the Lover's card. This one is your business card, your business relationships, technically. But the way it looks romantic. So people often use it for a romance thing too, which, I mean, you can, because it's still an agreement between two people. So it could be. Because you can use this card for things like engagements and proposals and things. Hangman and information. Yes. And then cooperation and the Fool. So yeah, there is going to be a tell-all, but this is more than likely going to be a small group of people, but lightly promoted, which means it doesn't have big money behind it, but it does have steady growth, though. So it may pick up some steam, especially if you get some national names to start talking about it, like the Trevor Noahs and the Stephen Colberts and things. So I believe there's a book coming out from the White House staff itself, if there's not already one in the works already. So I'm not going there. I'm not going here. So let's just cross that out. This one, I'm going to ask it just to see how the cards lay it out, but it's rather bizarre. What is under the ice of Antarctica? Now, some of it melted, and it started to rain green snow, which means it's algae and germs and nastiness. So there's that, but I want to see how it lays out in the cards. Now that we know the answer, let's see. Might be something else under there. But let's see. We'll go off the top here now. Ace of Cups, water, so naturally. The Page of Pentacles, yeah, there is plant vegetation or microscopic something small but alive. The Page of Pentacles are about earth, tangible things you can touch. So it's something small, but it's something alive. So that would be your microscopic, your algae, your this, your that. Hi, Rita. King of Pentacles, or something big too, like plant life. Something, or animals. Maybe like not fossilized. Well, it could be fossilized or frozen even. But whatever it is, it's animals. That's big. Not like whale big, but bigger than penguins. So like seals or walrus or whatever. Two of Wands, there is some heat, unfortunately. There is some heat or heat source. And it's more than likely the water because it's right across. So the water is getting hotter. The Ten of Cups, there's little fish, like swarms, like plankton, or what do you call them? Little fish that eat the garbage off of bigger fish type of thing. Nine of Pentacles. There's seeds too, something that can sprout and spread. So there's something alive that can sprout and spread, but it's not doing that now naturally because it's frozen. Okay. Well, there you go. Let's see. Hi, Katrina. Jeffrey Toobin from CNN, I believe, says, do not prosecute Donald Trump. He did nothing wrong. I believe this might have had something to do with his sexual abuse allegations and things of that nature. Jeffrey Toobin, I didn't know the story, but some people in the comments were like, because he got caught up in his own, thing. And I'm like, okay. And I Googled his name, and it's the first thing that popped up. He apparently was on a Zoom meeting, diddling himself. So that's like, maybe he should not talk. Oh, Lord. That's him. Like, here's my thing. I say this, and I say this, I'm preaching to the choir because y'all know this and everything. But when you are around a camera or a microphone, always assume it's on. Always. That is why when I get off of the YouTube relations, I unplug this and I turn it down just like that. It's like, not only is it off, but it's black and you can't see nothing. That's how it's supposed to be. So what people wanted to know in the question, that's what they say, Karma. That's what the charge was, or the story said. Like, if you just Google his name, that's like the first thing. Oh no, the first thing that pops up is him saying that he shouldn't prosecute Donald Trump. So why did he say that? Is he in Trump's pocket is what somebody wanted to know. So let's see. Or does he just support Donald Trump? But it's not a crime. So unlike, Puffing the Dragon on live Zoom call or whatever it was you were on. I mean, what in the world, child? But who does that in front of a camera? Don't you know it's on? Now wait, there is actually 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There was okay. Sweet Mary and Joseph come in the house. There was this child on YouTube. He was a gamer. Lord. You couldn't see nothing. He was gonna go live. So he thought. He was gonna go live to do a live stream of a video game, because that's what he does on YouTube. Now, he was a person who was losing popularity very fast, because every time he opened his mouth, he was talking about, you need to give me money, literally saying this, you need to give me money or make donations or I won't be able to continue my lifestyle. Literally what he would say, because he has a BMW and he has a 3-bedroom house and he gets paid from YouTube. And if you don't give him the super chats and all the other stuff, then he won't be able to do it. So he's set up his live stream. Now, what you can do, for those who don't know, is you can set up a live stream and it'll go live at a specific time. Or you can set up a live stream, like in StreamYard, and it doesn't go live until you hit live. So he set up his live stream and then had another screen with his forms of entertainment on it, I suppose. And so he was looking at this stream and his form of entertainment, diddling himself. Meanwhile, he didn't just set up his live stream, he went live. And so he was doing this while everybody in the chat was watching him. I'm like, what the whole hell and heaven is going on right now? So is he in Trump's pocket, yes or no? Hangman, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, Chariot, 10 of Swords. I don't see Trump didn't pop up in here. Um, I think he's just a supporter of Donald Trump. King and Queen is always in the same suit. That's a team. He's just a supporter. There are no financials here, though. So he's not being paid. He's a supporter. There you go. I mean, what do you even say? Next. That's what you're saying. Yeah, what is the long game for Vladimir Putin? World domination, is it? Just destabilization? What is the long game? What is the long game? Yes, the Medusa effect strikes again. What is the long game for Vladimir Putin? Knight of Wands. Moving into actions. Page of Swords. Negative actions. The Magician, Power, Justice, Balance, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, Control, but it's more like controlling leaders and not necessarily world domination, but this is the way you do it. It's like getting into the countries in a leadership role. That's what he wants. That way he has his influence in your country and your country and your country and your country and your country. Even if he does not have everyone, he can at least get some major ones like the US, like Great Britain or whatever. But, you know, destabilization and a person in every house, kind of like he has in our government, where he has McConnell and he had Trump and, you know, so forth and so forth. Will MAGA, I think I did this one. No, I didn't. Will MAGA be watched like they watch other terrorist organizations? Not that MAGA is a terrorist organization. I'm not putting that out there. But they do make incendiary claims. They do congregate in places where quackarnons do. And so will they be watched like everybody else? Like is MAGA one of those words that you type in the internet and it pops up in a database somewhere? I typed in, okay, this like scared me. I typed in, it was like, oh hell, what? Maybe I shouldn't tell you because I don't need you to type it in. That way it doesn't happen to you. But it was something about bunny. Like I was watching, you know, you get caught in the YouTube rabbit hole, pun intended, to where you watch one video and the next thing you know, you're watching 18 other ones that have either nothing to do with it or something to do with it. And so I was watching like baby animals eat stuff, and it was cute. And so then I was watching a rabbit eat something, and it was cute. And I'm like, then I typed in something about bunny, and then up pops, if you suspect or if you see child pornography, call this number. I'm like, what the? I just like, wait a minute. What? And I'm like, I looked at the word and I didn't hit the space. And so it put all that together with the bunny thing. And apparently there's some sort of, I don't even know, like bunny fetish with kids. I'm like, what did I type? Like somebody's going to be knocking at the door in a minute now. So is MAGA going to be one of them words you type it in and then, you know, you get the screen of horror pop up. Let's see. Nine of Cups. Desires and wishes. The World. What is the World Tree called? The World Tree is a Yeoman Gonder. I can't ever say that. The World Tree. What is it called? The World Tree. Wait, the World Tree Norse. Yggdrasil. Thank you, Katrina. Jormungandr, I think, is a snake. Yggdrasil is the World Tree. Oh, it's got a snake on it. Anyway, that's where I believe. Anyway, that stood out because that is where a battle takes place. The Battle of Ragnarok, I do believe, right? I might be conflating that and mixing that up. I can always understand it when he teaches it to me, but I can't ever repeat it. I don't know what the disconnect is there. No, it's not something that is going to trigger in all places. It triggers in some places, probably Facebook and Twitter. The Six of Swords and the King of Cups. So there is some movement because of the support, because of the structure of support that they have built. Eight of Pentacles and the Empress, something new comes out of it each time. So yes, they are not in all places. So it's not something if you typed it in your browser, it's some kind of horrible word. But yes. Wait, take that one out. Okay. I'm almost done. Yes. QAnon is more of a trigger word. Candace Owens is being sued by Kim Classic. How will that go? Good morning, Yolanda. Candace Owens, bless her ridiculous little heart. You know what? I got the dice here. We're gonna go dice one more time for Candace Owens. Thank you, Anne. So in her root is an attempt at power, but a failure at power. Solar plex actions, she thinks she's strong, but when she tries, it does not work. That's her identity. And it's kind of sad because people see you as disturbed, or they see you as weak, or they see you as there are some people who claim to be powerful to hide their insecurity. You hear them in anger, I'm taking my power back. I'm fighting against this. No. Nobody can take your power unless you gave it. So you don't need to take it back. Now, if you gave it away, correct that action too. That way you don't do it again. But her power, like I said, the left side is the world, the right side is you. She believes she is strong. The world says otherwise. One is the worst you can get naturally. All right. She has no power behind her actions. That's her identity. The world sees you as that. You got some more bad. So in your sacral, your desires and your wishes, your relationships, the two, you have very bad relationships. And I believe your relationships are more than likely, especially since you have a very bad spiritual relationship too. Your relationships are more than likely based upon proximity. So you worked in a place, they worked in a place, and you may know each other. They don't like you, but they may pretend to like you because maybe you have a position over them, or maybe you know the boss or something of that nature. So it's a pretend game. Nobody, I don't want to say it that mean, but I'll say it this mean. They don't like you for real. So you have very, very bad relationships. Very bad. And it's your identity that's doing it with the root chakra here. That's where your identity lies. That's what's doing it. People don't like you because of you. You don't see it because you're more than likely a narcissist of some sort. So in your, no, that was, yeah, your solar plexus. Your actions are often, no, completely driven by emotion. 6, heart chakra, solar plexus. All of your actions are driven heavily by emotions, and your actions are usually spoken. So it's not necessarily something you're doing. It's this, that incendiary mouth of yours. And they're driven by emotions. They're not driven by logic and intellect. You would get the crown chakra for that one, or the throat, or the third eye, but no, they're driven by emotions, heavy emotions. Heavy emotions with the outside world in your solar plexus leads me to believe that you have a family issue. That you have a family issue severely. Either your mother or your father or both, you have a horrible relationship with, you have a horrible past with. This does not look like abuse, though. This looks like, I'll say, and I may be alone, but I'm going to say this. I think she hates her skin tone as well. Not just being black, but her actual dark skin tone. I think she hates it. I think she doesn't want to be black. And there is an emotional push against your parents. There's some resentment there. Not only that, I don't think it comes from your parents. The core of this doesn't come from your parents. The core comes from your self-esteem because you think you're ugly. This is a common thing when I was growing up with dark-skinned girls, is they were called ugly, therefore they started to believe it. And so it ain't till later on down the line when, everybody was chocolate and now it was sexy and blah, 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 blah. So I think she has, because this is standing out to me, like way too much. This is emotions and talking. She's reacting. She is not acting out. She is reacting to her past, to her wound to her wound that is not healed. She is reacting to it, and she is trying to push out pain, but it's a well. It's like a geyser. It's just going to keep flying out because she's not doing anything to seal it. Solar plexus, heart. Speaking, passion, desires. Speaking and desires. Her throat chakra is very strong. No one will ever take that from her. And then her throat chakra is very strong. The problem is your throat chakra is not in your throat chakra position, which means that you're listening, because this is not just to talk. This is your listening vortex. That is turned off, or it is going the wrong way. In your throat chakra is your third eye. You believe you know what you're saying. You believe you have the vision of the right thing, and they're both kind of unstable. She thinks she's smart. I used to think when I was a child, because I had a cousin who went to college 1,400 times, because her grandmother always paid for it, and so she always got to go. And so I always thought, wow, that's where the smart people went. And if you went to college, you had to be smart. And then, once I hit about the 5th grade, then I realized, yeah, no, that's not actually how that works, because you might know what's in that book, but you don't know anything to do with common sense. So she thinks she's smart. Third eye. This is where you could have some intelligence. She does care about information with that heart chakra there. The problem is with the root chakra, nobody believes you because your identity is based in vitriol. And so it's kind of like if the smartest man in the world was trying to impart knowledge upon the masses, but was doing so with dynamite in his ears and, a shoe on top of his head, you would take him less seriously. And what has happened is, even if she has something to impart, nobody believes you because your identity has now become toxic. In your crown, there is a good spiritual base within her. The problem is it is covered by desire. It is covered by emotion. It is covered by things. I want instead of I need. The crown chakra is I know. And you have a good basis for a really good spiritual connection. This is the highest it can be. So she has a good basis because in her life, she's probably like highly not psychic, not empathic. She could be really good at angel messaging and imparting some sort of spiritual wisdom. She could be, because she has the basis to be highly spiritual. Like highly spiritual, like highly intuitive, connected. She probably has in her chart somewhere a huge connection to the other side and to God and so forth and so forth. You got to move the desires out of the way, which means you have to move the ego out of the way, which means you have to move the pain and the torture out of the way, because ego feeds off of pain, some sort of pain that is on the inside of here, because you have to big yourself up in order to protect yourself, is how you feel when you are egotistical. I need to be bigger than life. That way you don't see I'm fragile underneath. And so she has to move that out of the way, and then she could be highly spiritual. So at least it ended. Well, I guess it didn't end well, but there's the good news, I guess. Oh, Lord. God bless the child that's got his own. So how will the case go? Kim Classic and Omarosa Jr. Candace Owens. How will this case go? And just do 5 cards about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 8 of Pentacles. 5 of Swords. 5 of Wands. 6 of Cups. 5 of Cups. The fighting will end in disappointment. So it's not going to necessarily go anywhere. Mind you, defamation and slander are very hard things to collect money on because you have to show where you have been damaged by this person's words, which means you have to show proof that if they had not said it, you would be in this in particular place. Like Dominion. Dominion can prove slander or defamation because what you did to me cost me money. And here's the proof that it cost me money, so I get to win. But there you go. Will there be any investigations with Pompeo in Afghanistan? If there's not, then we should start one ourselves. It's like, what the heck? The world. Okay. We're dealing with the world and the hermit investigation. So I want to say yes. After a cycle is complete as well, investigation started. I believe, don't quote me on this, because every psychic is wrong, and I could be very wrong about this. I believe they were waiting until he was out of where his what was he, Secretary of State? He was leaving to. They were waiting until he was leaving, and then investigation shall start. I believe he's been under investigation. That's what I say. But for this in particularly, one is about to start. 3 of Swords. Death card. 3 of Wands. 6 of Coins. Yes, I think something is going to start because of information that they received. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. One is going to start because of information received. 6 of Pentacles. D'accord. As him. All right. I'll skip the rest of those. We'll end with how will the economy and the finances. Good night, Michael. How will the economy, the finances, not, what is it? What's the real word? Yeah, the economy. I'm not talking about the stock market. How will the economy do going into the end of the year? Holiday season is coming, but we are still in a position where unemployment is extremely high, where people have realized you collect more on unemployment than you do working, which did not spark the minimum wage debate that we need to have. Which, you know what, let me say this. This is one of my frustrations with leftist corporate media. Scotty from marketing. I always laugh at that. This is one of my problems with the leftist corporate media. They don't cover minimum wage either enough or at all. And more than likely, but this is not true because I don't know it to be true. This is just something I'm saying it's true because I believe it. Because I see this with places. The first place I seen this, or first place I became sort of aware of this, was when I was watching The View one day. They started to talk about minimum wage, and they got off of that really fast. Hi, Karen. And I'm like, why will nobody talk about minimum wage? And then Bill Maher started to talk about opioids and pharmaceuticals, but on his panel were 3 people from corporate media. And then I got to thinking, advertisements. Walmart is a big advertising, and they are the biggest target of minimum wage hikes because they can afford it, but they won't raise wages. Target, Best Buy, they sponsor all of these shows, and these shows don't talk about minimum wage because you'll have to drag retail into it, and retail is notorious for not paying anybody nothing. And then once Bill Maher was talking about the pharmaceuticals and all the people on his panel changed the subject, it's because they work for MSNBC or CNN and they have pharmaceutical advertisements. So I get it. So how will the economy look for the year end since, and let me say this too, because I've worked retail my entire life because I like it. I like the interaction of people. I like the work itself. But the most The most I have ever made in retail is $12 an hour. The most. And I was a manager at $12 an hour. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I was given that because they liked me. The job paid $10 an hour. And down the street from here is a dollar store. They had a sign on the door, we're closing early because we got 2 employees. And every time I walk in, there's the same 2 people. They're very nice. And when I worked in Florida, I worked at the store. I always walked to the store during the walking streams. I used to work there. And so there was a dollar store. And I'd go in there to work because we had 5 employees. We were supposed to have 16. We had 5. And all of them except one were managers. So you had 4 managers and 1 employee. And you could not get anybody to apply, let alone hire them. We would have hired a dead dog. We could not get anybody to come in because it was $9 an hour. $8 if you cross the bridge. Into Panama City, it's $8. You cross the bridge to Panama City Beach, it's $9. So they raised it to 11. Still couldn't get nobody. Economy. No more diversions. Page of coins and the 3 of wands. So the page of coins is money. It's news about money. We're going to see a huge decrease in spending, naturally. 10 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. King of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. There, we can't balance out with the 2 of Pentacles. Like in the 9 of Cups, there's a want, there's a need, a desire, there's a, what's the word? There's a need for things to be different, for things to be better, for things to be increased. I need more money. I need more this or whatever. And you can't get it. You can't seem to balance that part out. Hermit and the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, that says everything. 4 of Pentacles is hoarding. It's stingy. It's savings as well, because people's futures are not clear. When you have, and this has been true forever, when you have more money, you spend more money because you can. You know, you don't feel like, oh my God, if I buy this pair of shoes today, that, you know, I'm not going to be able to eat tomorrow. But now we have that situation where some are saying, I'm not in a position that I want to gamble with this little money that I have. So Christmas is going to look bleak. Thanksgiving is going to look bleak. Maybe instead of a turkey, maybe we're going to have chicken strips or something. Like we're going down because, you know, we have to downsize because we don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, even when they can't get the employees, they still will not increase the wages. There is one restaurant here that has tacked on to the bill. I did a reading on it. The fair wage tax. They're taxing it on to your bill, which, anyhow, there is, you go in there, you order your food, you get your food, and at the bottom of it is an extra 10% because they raised the wages of their workers. Which, I mean, okay. It is very hard to make money in a restaurant. Not as an employee, just as the restaurant. It's very hard. Many of them go out of business, so forth and so forth. How and ever, how's it my fault How's it my problem that you can't pay your workers? Maybe what you should have done was started with a smaller restaurant. Maybe you need to recruit some family and friends who will work for free or whatever the case may be. But okay, that's because that's the same thing the pizza people do is tack on delivery charge. Why? That's part of your service, is it not? But okay, I'll take it if that's my only option. And then eventually they won't take it. And then eventually what happens in the places of the pizza restaurant and the restaurants itself is the waiters and the drivers suffer, because if you're going to tax me extra, then I'm not paying them. You want me to give the delivery person a tip after you just charged me for him driving it here? Give him that money then. If I got to pay for you to operate your own service, then give him that money. Why do I need to give him extra money when he gets here? Catch 22. Mm-hmm. 1 hour, 51 minutes. That's all I had. We'll wait 9 minutes, at least to be even. I ain't got nothing to do till 7 o'clock anyhow, though. I had something. That I was going to say or show you, and I forgot. Anyhow, what I will say this, though. For me and the House of Lenormand, good morning, Linda. We are rushing fall, so fall is already here for us. And I am about to put up Halloween decorations. No, it's not October, but I'm doing it anyway. So I already have some, and the next time I go live, I will put them up. And we will have us some good old. I'm not putting up the. I can put up the witch, but oh Jesus, please don't let me say what I said the last time. You ready? We going to hell back. I'm trying to. Oh, straight to hell. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just go and burn. Oh, Lord have mercy. So she's going up. She's got friends. One of her hands is broke. She's got a skeleton friend, which I think is her son. No, that's her husband. Lord Jesus. We gotta we gotta text Jen tomorrow and tell her to watch the end of this video. I'm through with y'all. No more. Oh gosh. Now my eyes burn. That's what I get. You think you dated her once, Michael? No, somebody sent it to me. I'm not gonna fall out the chair. I did fall out the chair last time. We had too much fun in in the after show. The things we talk about behind the scenes, I tell you. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. 5 minutes. I'm gonna do one more energy read for us. All the dirt and grime in the world. Yes, I fell all the way out of this chair. It was okay because the laughter, in my defense, seized us. It was like, no, the witch ain't funny. I started making fun, and it got out of control. Oh God, it got out of control because I started poking fun, and then next thing you know, we just like I had the my sides are hurting laugh. That's how bad it was. Oh, but I'm about to hang her up. So yes, you had to be there. This was not, it was not the witch. It was what I said, which I'm not going to repeat. I showed you a piece. That's all you get. Lord Jesus, now my eyes is full of waters, Jesus. It's full of waters. I can baptize somebody in all these waters. Okay. You had to be there. But you also had to understand what it was I was saying too. Just being there was just half of, anyway, moving on. She's gonna hang up, which means which means Becca and Jen, y'all gonna have to control yourself. Energy read for me and my collective. And my eyes is burning. I started it. I'll take the blame because I started it. I won't say it. I'll leave it alone. The Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Sun, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Pentacles. Right now, we have to operate in a vein of patience. The Nine of Pentacles is luxury, it's wealth, it's comfort, it's security, but that takes time. This is not comfort and security at the Ace of Pentacles. It takes a while to get to the places, almost like working your whole life to get to a position of comfort, to get to a position where you can retire if you can do such a thing. The Seven of Pentacles is patience. That's putting something in the ground and waiting for it to grow. But putting something in the ground does not make it automatically grow. There's other things that it needs. It's sustenance. It's watering, lights, whatever else, worm poop. You need things, even if they seem to be counterproductive. You need things to help things grow, to strengthen things, to when they come, they're strong. The Sun and the Seven of Swords. There is a patience that is needed, but there is a strategy that is needed too. Don't go into this blind. Brainstorm. Ace of Wands is a brainstorming card. Now is the time to start thinking of the actions we want to go. Jen Lynn is asleep. She was with us for a little bit. They told me to go live until they all fell asleep. But we need patience right now. with everything in the news, everything in your life, it could start to compound. It can back up on you and call it indigestion and all kinds of upset stomachs. So we need patience. Patience is the key right now. I'll pull one oracle card for us as well. But we need some patience. We need to know that things are going to get better, that somebody is. Yes, Becca, you going? Well, go get you some coffee. Get your jet fuel, as you call it, and you'll be right as rain. Obsession, power struggle, controlling, demanding, and rigid. You must be patient. Stop struggling with things. Struggle tires you out. It makes you anxious. Remember, as in Red Lentil Healing, Adrian, as she says, anxious is the future. That's not here. There is nothing in the future right now. There's nothing there. What you need right now is patience. Everything does not happen overnight. You need a strategy. Brainstorm. Now is the time to make the list. Okay? 2 hours. I still have to go be a productive citizen today. I have a shirt that I'm about to buy. I have to go adult today. Punch the time clock and whatnot. I do need to write a book. It's actually in my chart. Dr. Victoria Scarabo from the Seed the Transformation Healing Center in Massachusetts said I needed to write a book. And I do believe that because I have tried to write one twice. It's just I'm very bad at finishing things. So I do need to write one. Tell the witch you said bye. I ain't telling any hell for nothing. You tell yourself because she's going to be hanging from the ceiling here in a minute. Out of context, that sounds quite bad. No food talk because I actually have to go because I have to go do stuff today. It's 5 a.m., which means now it starts. Okay, Pat, I'll take you up on that. I'll actually come to Canada and bring it with me. I believe Red Lentil Healing is in California per her Instagram. I believe that is where I saw her. So, because she's a globetrotter, she goes places. So I will see y'all on Sunday on Jen Lynn's channel. We will post a community post if you would like to leave questions and whatnot. And then, of course, I'll try to go live at some other point at some other time. So, y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Stay away from dirty people. Stay safe. Bye-bye.